Our next guest is one of the fastest human beings on planet Earth. Pan Am gold medalist, three-time Olympic medalist, the Canadian record holder in the 200 meters, a commercial star. And we're proud to say Andre de Grasse is a longtime friend of this show.
Three-time Olympic medalist, the fastest man in Canada, although we haven't raced yet, Andre. I've been challenging you for years. You've been ducking me. Andre de Grasse joining us from Florida. This conversation with Andre, by the way, is brought to you by GoDaddy, websites plus marketing. Make your business a star. Andre, it's great to see you, man. Before we get into everything, and there's some things to get to here, how are you doing? How's training been? How's Florida been?
Yeah, I'm great. I just actually started back training last month. So it's good to get back into the groove a little bit. I've had a long layover or off season. Just had a reset, and now it's great to just get back out there and get back running again. You know, hopefully we're hoping for the best, hoping that we get back to some type of normalcy going into next year and have a season and going to be able to compete and get ready for the Tokyo Games. But overall, I'm feeling great. It's a little bit cloudy over here today in Florida, but the weather is great. And I'm just enjoying every moment here. So yeah. How you guys doing over there?
Today it might be nicer in Toronto. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
It's been like 20 degrees all week long. I won't say it for some other parts of Canada.
You guys are dodging the winter over there. You guys,
well, for now,
don't
Andre, don't do that. You know what's coming.
Yeah.
Don't jinx us.
We can't tap dance for too long. So, are you in full like prep mode? Like, how do you map out? Like, I know you map out to peak at the Olympic Games, but it seems to be kind of a moving target. And when do you get to race? Other people? How do you map out a season when you don't really know what the season is?
Yeah, really, I kind of leave that all up in coach's hands, to be honest. I mean, so far as we know, they've scheduled some meets for an indoor season. They're talking about they've been having groups and talking about how having a COVID test before we get on the plane or however we get there by car, bus.
Right.
And then when we get there as well, then we'll take another COVID test again. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. And, of course, it's going to be limited. Probably if they do have fans, the fans have to, be 6 feet or, hopefully if there's, like, bleachers, like, way up high or spread out. So we'll just have to see how it goes. But yeah, definitely they're saying there is going to be some type of a season moving forward. And kind of for me, I just have to stay mentally sharp, mentally focused, and just think of it as basically, there's going to be a season and I got to just be ready at any moment.
Andre, I would guess the best way to socially distance is to run under 10 seconds. Would you not agree? That's probably the best way to do it. I think you have an initial natural advantage in that way.
Yeah, if I can stay ahead of the competition, then of course, keep them 6 feet back, then everything will be great.
Andre de Grasse, three-time Olympic medalist from Canada here on Tim and Sid. So, Andre, I mean, we all kind of woke up Monday morning and there was this news about a vaccine out of Pfizer, 90% effective, still in stage 3, still a ways to go. But I would assume of all the sports organizations who would read that news and all the athletes, an Olympian and the IOC probably felt the most optimistic considering, Tokyo hopefully will be next summer. Hopefully, in your case, there's a diamond league of some sort. Hopefully, you can get in some serious runs across Europe and around the world. And a vaccine would go a long way into that. When you heard that news, without getting into specifics, because none of us are doctors last time I checked, did it give you a little bit more hope when you saw that notification across your phone?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I got an update from CNN and all these other sources. And basically when we heard that, I mean, like, okay, well, we're moving in the right path. I mean, hopefully it's not, it's not a rush. Hopefully this vaccine that's 90% effective comes to light and it's going to be a good thing. But it definitely gave me a little bit of hope and, towards the future. And hopefully, hopefully in the future, this can be a breaking point, a breaking ground.
Friend of the show, Andre de Grasse, joining us here on Tim and Sid. Speaking of notifications, what was your reaction when you got the notification that Christian Coleman had been handed down a 2-year ban?
Yeah, I mean, it was really unfortunate, to be honest. He's a great athlete, great talent. I always look forward to competing against the best. So for him, I mean, I know his probably heart is broken right now. I don't really suspect him of any drugs. I think to be honest, that was just a little bit of irresponsibility on his part. And it's tough. I mean, I know I've been in that situation where I get drug tested a lot of times, and you really got you really got to be responsible. I mean, I have a great team around me that keeps me focused on updating the app and setting reminders on my phone. But I mean, it's really just kind of unfortunate for him. I mean, I don't wish that on anybody. I think the 2-year ban was a little bit too harsh. I think he could have still had the Olympics. But I mean, it's tough, man. It's really a tough bargain. But I feel for him. But hopefully he can learn from this and just come back stronger.
Honestly, Andre, I'm a little surprised at the take. I mean, for those who aren't in the track and field world, this was the reigning world champion here in Christian Coleman. This guy is the fastest man on earth technically, and has missed numerous drug tests where you have to show up, and international governing bodies look at missing a drug test the same as failing one. So the impression you're giving me, Andre, is you're just bummed that you might not get a chance to race against the best of the best come Tokyo next summer. Am I reading that right?
Yeah, I mean, I just like competing against the best. I know he's I mean, he got me in Doha, so I was looking forward to that that rematch in Tokyo for sure. I've been trying to work on my start so that I can compete against him, but I know this is really unfortunate. I mean, I know it's part of the game. It's part of your job. It's kind of like showing up late for work. But I guess in that aspect. But I mean, it's tough. I just feel for him. I would never want to be in that situation. Hopefully no one else at that caliber is in that situation ever again.
With that said, handling your business is as important off the track as it is on the track. I mean, you mentioned you get tested a number of times. Did you ever go Christmas shopping for socks when testers were waiting? Like this is the part of the Christian Coleman story I can't quite wrap my head around, right? Like you know full well, listen, if I was an Olympic level sprinter and testers tell me we're going to be at your place from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., I can order
elf on a shelf. Yeah.
No, and I know if Tim and I were in that spot, we just go Amazon and they'd show up the next day and I'd make sure I was there for the testers. I just feel like he needs to carry some responsibility, and he's suspended. But I think the criticism, and I'm not asking you to because you know him better than me, but I think you got to handle your affairs just as well off the track as on the track, and it is what it is if you can't. That's just one guy's opinion.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, I totally agree with you. It's tough. I mean, I think I don't really it's not like I'm trying to bash the guy or I'm trying to be against the system. The system is set up the way for us to fail. But I mean, I'm not in any of that. I'm kind of the middle ground where I'm like, I kind of know I just got to handle business. I know this is happening. I know I try to choose a slot where I know I'm going to be home or I'm not going to be Christmas shopping. For me, my slot is early in the morning when I wake up. I know I'm going to be at my house. That's the time I know I got to take a piss, take a leak. So I just try to be responsible. I mean, I think I'm just fortunate. I don't know who's around him, who his support system is, but I think I'm just fortunate and blessed to have a good support system around me. So that can never happen to me.
Stay ready, kids, is the lesson from Andre de Grasse. Stay ready. So do you feel then like you're the man to beat going into this season?
I mean, there's a lot of other guys that I got to worry about as well. I mean, he definitely Christian is a guy that I look out for, but there's other guys as well that are running very fast times. A couple other Americans, South African. You still got Justin Gatlin as well. There's a Johan Blake. There's a bunch of guys out there that I still have to keep my eye on. It's not there for me yet to take in. I still got to go out there and prove it and stay focused and continue to work hard. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the challenge. I'm excited. Whoever's there to line up with, I think it's going to be a great show and it's going to be epic. And hopefully it can happen. So I'm just looking forward to it.
I know for both Sid and I, the 4x100 in Atlanta is one of our favorite sporting memories all time. So what do you think about Canada's chances now, too? Because it's not just the 100 or the 200. The 4x1 will be affected by this, too.
Yeah, I think we have a great shot. I mean, myself, we got Aaron Brown, there's a couple guys out there. We're gonna have to figure out those other two spots. But I think we have a great team around us. We also have a great relay coach. He's been in that position. He's Glenroy Gilbert. Was part of that 4x100 relay in Atlanta in '96. So he knows what to do. So we just got to go out there and get the job done. So I feel like we got a great shot. Guys just have to come prepared. We have to get the stick around. And if I get that baton, whether I'm on that second leg or that anchor leg, I just got to go out there and give it my best.
Andre DeGrasse here on Tim and Sid. Andre, what's the most important leg?
I would say, well, all the legs are really important. I mean, that first leg, you gotta get off to a good start. I mean, that first leg is really important. You got to get a jump on the competition. The second leg is the longest leg, so you need a guy that that has that top end, that speed endurance, that's going to continue to accelerate it and keep us in position. And then that anchor leg is super important as well. That's the guy who brings it home. So I mean,
but that's the glamour spot. But like you're in it. Like that's why I asked.
Glenroy
right?
says too.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean it's tough. I mean if you're in the lead, that second leg is really important. I mean that second leg, I would say the second leg is important. But if you're behind, that fourth leg is important. So it's a toss up between the second and fourth. The third leg you can get away with some stuff, but. And then the first leg, I mean, even if you don't get off to a great start, you could still come back. So
you're saying that second leg is where you stabilize where you're at.
I think the second leg really shows. That's when you're watching the competition and you're looking at that second leg. That's where either you lose the lead or you open up the gap. So I would say that second leg is really important.
I still got some second leg in me, McAuliffe.
One day. I'm not saying nothing.
No,
bronze is nice. We were showing the board, and bronze is nice. Silver is nice. And Sid and I cover sports for a living. Every sport you've come on, you've been our Raptors insider in the past. And what I know from watching sports my whole life is the ones who have to wait for it are the ones that really have to savor it or get to savor it. Are you getting to the point where the wait has been a little bit too long for that gold in that moment? Like, are you starting to kind of get like, I need that taste now?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, it's been, I had a great showing in 2016. It was my first go around, and I feel like now I'm a lot more experienced now. I've matured, I've grown, I've gotten stronger. So I definitely feel like, this is the time. This is next year is the year for me to bring it home, bring it back to Canada. So I think I just have a great shot. I feel good. I feel healthy. And, I just can't wait for that moment. I mean, so I'm just looking forward to it. I'm excited. There's no pressure for me. I feel as long as I'm, when I get there, I'm feeling good. I'm healthy. There's no pressure. So I just try to go out there and do my thing. So that's all I'm hoping for.
Andre DeGrasse here on Tim and Sid. Before we let you go, Andre, you and these GoDaddy ads, you're getting more airtime during our show than us. We're running them. We're running them constantly. Do you feel you're a naturally gifted actor? Is that what you learned in this process?
Oh man, it's just funny because I didn't even really see the ad before it came out. So when I saw it, I was just hoping. I'm like, I hope everyone likes it. I mean, I'm not an actor. The people in the shot, Carly and Anthony, they're not actors either. They're just regular small business owners. So I'm like, I'm hoping we all just did a great job. And I kept, obviously you get the word from the production crew and everyone else. They're like, yeah, you did a good job. But you're not worried about their opinion. You're worried about the people that's actually going to go see this on TV, right? And on social channels. So, but when I posted, I got a lot of great feedback that I was a good actor. So, maybe that's a career that I'll go into when I'm done running.
A lot of options. Life's all about options, Andre. It's all about options.
GoDaddy's mission in the campaign is to empower small businesses. Before you became Andre DeGrasse, world-renowned track star, did you ever own or work for a small business other than Andre DeGrasse Enterprises, which is a pretty damn good small business enterprise?
Yeah, I definitely I would say, yeah, a little bit. I remember when I was a younger kid, I worked for the newspaper. I was the paper boy. So.
Nice.
I
fastest paper boy in Canadian history.
Fastest paper boy in Canadian history. There. So, but definitely, I mean, just learning from when I was there on set and learning from Anthony and Carly, small business owners, seeing what they go through on a daily basis, incredible. Definitely, that's something that I was intrigued by, and definitely something that maybe in the long run, in the future, that maybe I'll start my own small business, like maybe the Andre Grasse clothing line or something. I always wanted to start my own clothing line, so maybe that's something I might do. But definitely, GoDaddy did a great job shining lights on small businesses and entrepreneurs during this time. I think they get all the credit, and hopefully in the long run they can just keep doing their thing, and we can get to over this COVID crisis.
Yeah, definitely.
When you launch that clothing line, if you need a couple models, you know what I'm talking about, Andre.
I got you. You're the first one I'm calling.
Let me before you go. Do the Raptors need to keep Freddie Van Vliet?
There we go.
We just got to get your take before you go.
Ooh, I thought you were going to ask me about Siakam, but definitely, yeah. I think we should keep Van Vliet. He played very well in the playoffs. He did his thing. He deserves it. A guy that's never been undrafted. He's proven himself over time the last couple of years. So definitely, I think we should keep him. Siakam, on the other hand, I'm on the border. I mean, I don't know if we should have traded him or if he's gonna improve. But I think
lead here, Miguel. Wow,
I think he's gonna prove himself. He's gonna come back stronger. So we'll see. I don't know what Masai is up there thinking, but we'll see what happens the next year.
Well, the next year will be interesting on a lot of fronts.
Tough decisions.
A lot of tough decisions. By the way, Andre, when you're on the podium next August, somewhere in that media gathering, the conveyor belt, as we call it, that you're going to have to go through, if we sent you a Tim and Sid shirt, would you rock the Tim and Sid shirt in Tokyo? Is that something you would contemplate doing?
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. I would definitely rock that. I got you guys.
All right, let's do it.
I would. I don't know what the stipulations is with rocking it in the village and all that. I don't know if you have to.
Well, you're going to have your own sponsors. You're just getting started.
Sponsor stuff, but definitely outside of the village, I probably would. I would rock it.
I mean, you're going to be
just chilling around Japan.
Appreciate it. You're going to be like a UFC light heavyweight champion soon with all the sponsorships on your clothing that you're going to have to rock before and after races. But I just, you've always been really good to us. Even I remember talking to you at USC. Like we've been having conversations going way back now. I'm really excited about what the next year is going to look like. All the best to you in the training. Stay safe down in Florida, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys for having me.